let me give you an introduction about myself. I'm Nikhil H.N. I did my mechanical engineering degree from UBC Bangalore. So, what are your core competencies? These are basically fundamentals which are common for all CAD softwares. What do I mean by fundamentals? See, a straight line, a rectangle, a circle, cone, those things never change irrespective of your CAD package. Those are your geometry fundamentals, those are what you have learned, and all of these things are always common across CAD softwares. Those are core competencies. Never let anybody tell you that that if you know this particular CAD software well, then you are going to do very well in this field. That is not the case. uh, it will be mainly like if you understand the difference between an engineer and just a mechanic. So a mechanic is a person who knows how to do the things. He knows what spanner will remove which nut and which bolt. But if you tell him that why is that bolt placed there, he would have no idea. So that would be the basic difference here again. So you need to know what is the core competency. So as I've listed out here, your strategy and your set of commands. So for example, if you want to build, let's say, machine wise, or you want to build a tool head of a shaper, then your development strategy and your set of commands will be common across your CAD software. It may be AutoCAD, it may be Autodesk Inventor or SolidWorks, whatever it is, it's going to be the same. Your engineering principles again, what like if you're going to assume, okay, what's the volume that I have, or the surface area, or what is the amount of load that this mechanism is going to take, or what is the amount of rotations or revolutions that this gear is going to make. All of those things are going to be common across CAD software. That does not change. So if you're designing a mechanism, the principles behind that mechanism do not change in any CAD software. And then finally, your drawing creation, especially 2D drawings, once the part is already developed or a product is ready, your 2D drawings, your GD&T and terminologies are common across CAD software. It's just that they are represented in different ways and in probably in different user interfaces and all. But finally, what you're doing is the same. So these are what are called core competencies, and these are the things which you will develop in your college. Again, you will start developing these things as you go into specific domains in the industry, as well as throughout your life. These things keep increasing. But what is a software specific skill set? Now, software specific skill set is basically, I have made a list of 6 things. So if at all, let's say, let's take an example of AutoCAD. Now, there are many in the market called as AutoCAD experts. Why are they called AutoCAD experts? Is because those people know specific commands and tools. For example, in AutoCAD, if I want to create a particular feature, what is the exact function that I need to incorporate, or what is the exact command where I need to go, and inside that command, how many variations are possible. Like for example, if I go to curve types, so if you are trying to make curves in CATIA or in Siemens NX or in Autodesk Inventor, so there are lots of options available, and those options are again very software specific. They are not governed exactly in the same way as they are in in different packages. So they are different from each other, and the way part relationships are established between, let's say, one part to another, all of those things are again different. So those become your software specific commands. The second important thing is, what are the variations in commands? So this is where CAD software separate themselves. They want to give as many variations as possible in certain commands. So that's their marketing strategy. So there will be certain added features that are given. So for example, if you're doing a plain extrude or a pad command, Siemens NX will give you some features, whereas CATIA will give you some features. So they are going to make sure they are better than the other. So that is the software specific variation that they give. The third thing is, so working across modules. So sometimes as you progress as a design engineer, you will be working on surfaces, you'll be working on assemblies, parts, will be working on wires and cables and all those things. At that time, how do you work across modules in a very quick fashion without affecting others? So that will also be completely different in in CATIA or in UG or in SolidWorks. So all of those things are going to matter. And then your methodology to achieve design geometries. So for example, if you're doing, let's say, a turbine blade, or you're doing let's say a fan or a propeller, or anything which involves complex shapes, then your methodology to achieve them, that again differs in different CAD softwares. And then PLM integration, it's called product lifecycle management. I think I hope you would have used a product like, if you're familiar with PLM, it is really good at this stage, because every CAD software integrates with a different PLM in a different way. So those skills are again software specific. Now, how do you manage a database? How your part is saved in the database? How differently you can save, or how can you make copies of them? How do you transfer data to outside? And all that, are specific skill sets. Now, the last and final one is customization of specific commands. So I think you would have all heard about intelligent, let me say, AI enabled designs, where artificial intelligence plays a role. So these are basically specific functions which are allowed in different softwares. So if you want to intelligently design something in a specific software, then that will need a completely different methodology, and that's a specific skill set. How you do it in Siemens NX is different from SolidWorks to CATIA, so everything is different. So those are specific skill sets. So I want to make the point clear here that do not get misguided by just the software. It's your core competency at the end of it, and a few amount of specific, a few bit of specific skill set which is going to help you.